It's obvious that the bison can move themselves quite well. More than 1,000 of these animals have traveled outside the boundaries of Yellowstone Park this winter. As a result, controversy has risen over groomed snowmobile trails that make the route easier for the heavy beasts to travel. But the real question is, why are they leaving the park? Winter came early to Yellowstone this year. The aspen had just reached the peak of their golden beauty on the 1st of October. In just over a week, the scene would be covered in a soft layer of white. A Christmas thaw, followed by plunging temperatures, created a thick layer of ice, making it difficult for bison to graze the grasses below. Then more snow, layer upon layer, estimated at about 200% of normal. Yellowstone is home to about 3,500 bison. But after this winter, that number will be drastically reduced. Hundreds have died inside the park, victims of severe weather, and more than 1,000 that left in search of food have been destroyed. Some question whether the burgeoning bison herds may have outgrown the habitat. Others ask whether the rugged terrain of Yellowstone National Park can truly be considered good winter range for wildlife. Perhaps seasonal migrations were not unusual before the threat of brucellosis. But whatever the reason, as long as some of the big beasts potentially carry the disease, the only moves they will make outside Yellowstone National Park will be to research facilities like the Wildlife Health Lab in Caldwell, Idaho.
Is that a clean one? 60-26.
Clean, both of them.
Hold it. Loading the wild bison onto a cattle truck will not be easy, but nothing's been easy about the whole project.
Loading one or two at a time ain't gonna work. What works best is if we come like 15 head all at once, they go nose to tail, right to the top.
Eradication of brucellosis in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem is a tall order. Not all the bison carry the disease. And although there's never been a documented case of Yellowstone bison transmitting the disease to domestic animals, potential does exist. This safety study is just the first step. Is the vaccine safe for bison? Then the question must be answered, is it effective? What about predators such as golden eagles or wolves that might feed on a bison carcass? If the dead bison was vaccinated, will it affect the predator?
One of the things that is really important is that we get going somewhere, to show that we're really trying to work toward the alleviation of the problem.
Okay, here they come.
17 bison will ride in the upper deck, and 18 more will be loaded below. Wildlife veterinarian Dave Hunter fears the close quarters of the truck will trigger a bit of aggressive behavior in some of the more dominant cows. But little can be done about it now. Better to worry about whether the heavily loaded truck can power through the thick, muddy road leading out of the corral area. Because a huge winter storm is crowding the horizon, and if the truck doesn't leave immediately, it may never get out. The truck is mired in mud, spinning helplessly. But with a little help, it's freed. Just as the storm clouds close in on Gardner, Montana, 14 tons of bison pull out of the park. It's to be a short journey. Not more than 20 miles down the road, the storm hits. It's a Montana blizzard, and all travel stops. The next morning, the big truck is on the road before dawn after an anxious night spent monitoring the animals. It passes through the beautiful scenery of Big Sky Country, traveling south and west 900 miles to deliver its strange cargo to Idaho. Pens have been specially built at the Wildlife Health Lab in Caldwell to comfortably house the pregnant buffalo. It's a nervous moment for Dave Hunter as the truck is positioned for unloading. Any handling of wildlife can cause enormous stress to the animal. Factor in the delay caused by the blizzard, and there's the potential that some of the bison may have succumbed to the pressure. The door is open, but the buffalo hesitate nervously. With a little encouragement, they proceed down the ramp, crowding past each other and then trotting quickly through the corridors into the large pens.
They're in better shape when we put them on.
17? Oh, okay. Hey, they do look okay. They didn't get beat up too bad. Look at those. A lot of those horn things fell off, but sure kept them from gouging each other.
All the heartburn you had.
All right. All right. All right.
Heads up, everybody.
18 more trot out of the truck into the adjacent pen. All 35 bison have survived the journey and appear to be healthy. A few begin to graze. The animals will be closely monitored. In a few weeks, they should be giving birth, one of the first tests for the new vaccine.
17 and 18. They like that dust. Look at them wallowing in that dust. Oh man, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. They don't look bad.